10-4.
Ready, go ahead.
Maybe it's the fresh mountain waters, the adventure, scenic views, entertainment, grandma's home cooking.
Pigeon, cuz.
The Smoky Mountains has a way of transforming your spirit. The Cherokees called it Shikanahay, land of blue smoke. Come with us as we help to guide you in your Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge getaway.
It's a boy!
In this video, we'll take you to some of the places you may have heard of, like Dollywood, SkyLift Park, the Roaring Fork Nature Trail, Anakeesta's latest new attractions, as well as Astrolumina. We'll also show you other places you are probably unaware of, and what is new, like Wildside Adventure Park with ATV tours, mountain biking, and the country's longest zip line, with tumble down a hill at Outdoor Gravity Park. Of course, we'll show you the Strip. However, much of this video will show the original Gatlinburg, where it's not crowded, where you don't have to pay for parking, the gorgeous Arts and Crafts District, where buffaloes still roam, where you can do some iron forging, and show you some quaint eateries. On the Strip, we'll show rooftop restaurants, an amazing coffee breakfast cafe, take you inside Ripley's Aquarium in the Smokies, as well as the 7 other Ripley's attractions. In Pigeon Forge, we'll give a tour of the shows and rides of Dollywood. Go inside the Titanic Museum. Hold on. Show you where you can get some liquid nitrogen ice cream. And the top dinner shows on the Pigeon Forge Strip with new footage of Hatfields and McCoys. We'll also give you some tips for lodging, showing options for all budget levels. From Verbals #1, the luxurious Heavins Crown by Heavins Cabins, to several cabins in the Arts and Crafts Loop, as well as vacation rentals at a super nice RV resort with mountain creeks, so you want to watch to the end to see that. We are Tampa Aerial Media. We film travel promos across the USA, with many videos in the Southeast, as we'll be doing a new video of Myrtle Beach next month, and a comparison video of Branson vs. Pigeon Forge coming soon, as well as lots of Florida videos. So you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you might consider a channel membership for as little as $3 a month, as you'll see raw footage of these areas, as well as previews of coming videos. This, as well as super chats, help me to pay for the expenses of filming these videos. I appreciate all your support. And don't forget to click the like button if you like what you see. And please feel free to share. And now, time for some fun in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
Let's go!
During the summer and fall, the Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge strips can get very crowded. With the Gatlinburg Drive on Parkway, it can take you 30 to 40 minutes just to travel the 1.5 miles through downtown Gatlinburg, so where you stay is very important. You want to be able to travel from your cabin to the places you want to visit without traveling through the strip as much as possible. That is why this Greystone Heights mountainside on the north side of downtown is ideal, because you can access it from the Gatlinburg bypass, just 2 miles from the National Park to the south, or 7 miles from Pigeon Forge to the north. This bypass will help you to avoid the strip, and the drive around this mountain is incredible as you head around the backside of SkyLift Park. It is here the Heavins Cabins have 50 luxurious vacation homes, with cabins that range from 2 to 9 bedrooms with top-tier amenities. This is Heavins Crown, was featured as a top vacation home on Verbal. It's a 9-bedroom, 9-bath, sleeps 18, has 2 refrigerators, 2 ovens, waffle maker, a computer, and some cardio equipment, a theater room with 6 reclining seats, An expansive rec room with table shuffleboard, air hockey, ping pong. There's an indoor heated pool, 2 hot tubs.
I don't think there's a better view at any cabin anywhere in the Smokies. I mean, you're right here on top of Gatlinburg. You're literally on top of it. And, you know, the Smokies, like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Here's a look at some of the other nearby cabins. Next to Heaven's Crown is Nights in Heaven, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, sleeps 8. There's Pathway to Heaven with 3 beds, 3 baths, sleeps 8. Splashing into Heaven, 6 beds, 6 baths, sleeps 12. Heaven's Paradise, 8 beds, 6 baths, sleeps 16, with lots of outdoor deck space with games. Even a crib and diaper changing table with a TV monitor to keep an eye on your baby. Now when you do want to go on the strip, most of your lots are $20 a day. There's a smaller $2 an hour lot you can access from River Road. The city municipal garages are $10. One is at the Aquarium and the other on the north side of Anakeesta. There is free parking along River Road, but good luck with that. They fill up quickly. Or you can use the free park and ride lots and take the Gatlinburg trolley, which is also free. Operates every 30 minutes, 365 days a year. It also goes to the Arts and Crafts Loop. And the Pigeon Forge trolley travels from Gatlinburg to Pigeon Forge. It is $3 for a day pass.
Roll beans, Arabica beans from Colombia. They're one of the best beans in the world. And you know, you add some Indian Robusta and you add different coffees. That way you get your own roast and your own mix.
A great place to start your day is at Cuppa Gatlin in the Windmill Town Shopping Center, located at the fork where Parkway splits to East Parkway. This is a coffee breakfast cafe with a lounge indoors or courtyard outdoors. It's counter-served, so usually you can get in and out pretty quick compared to the pancake restaurants.
I handpicked all the produce and everything is organic. Eggs are cage-free, and like that's what I eat myself home, so that's what I want everyone to eat. We don't want to overcharge customer for the food they're getting like other places in Gatlinburg, and we on the same time we want to give the best product for the best price. And this is bacon and egg croissant. That's a egg Blvd with the pouched egg on the top. Comes with the homemade blueberry compote and a strawberry.
Wow.
Before we head to Wildside Adventure Park, I wanted to show you the 4 attractions of Gatlinburg with the best mountain views. First is Sky Park. A chairlift takes you to the top. You pass by where the historic Gatlinburg Inn here is, where the song Rocky Top was written. SkyLift Park with taxes is about $40 for adults, $27 for children 6 to 11, and free for children 5 and under. At the top is the Sky Deck with waterfalls and an amphitheater seating with views overlooking the mountains. You can walk across the longest pedestrian suspension bridge in North America. At the center is a glass bottom. Don't look down. There is also the Sky Trail with an elevated boardwalk. Goes around Tulip Tower, a 70-foot viewing platform that you access via rope bridges. There's also a 1.5 miles of hiking trails and cafes on both sides of the Sky Bridge. On the south side of the strip is Ober Mountain, where you are transported to a mountaintop to an indoor and outdoor adventure park via a tram. It is $29 for just the tram ride, or $49 to $59 for a wristband that includes all the activities at the park. And there's also the Gatlinburg Space Needle, a 407-foot observation tower with a panoramic view of the surrounding mountains. It's $16 for adults and $10 for children 4 to 11. And there's a large arcade with a pizza shop at the base.
I'm Flora. And I'm Blossom.
And finally, there's Anakeesta, Gatlinburg's most popular attraction, located across the street from the Aquarium. Now, there are 2 ways to get to the adventure park at the top of the mountain. You can take the chairlift, which they also call a chondola, because it also has enclosed gondolas. There is also the Ridge Rambler you can take to the top. Both are scenic. If you want to try both, I'd recommend taking the Ridge Rambler up and the chondola down. Especially at night, you get a great view of Gatlinburg with the colorful city lights. I feel this is an even better value than Sky Park. It's a couple of dollars cheaper, and there's so much more here. It's $35 for adults and $23 for children 4 to 11. This is great for both adults and children. Plenty of things to do for the kids with all the treehouse adventure play areas, gem mining, 2 mountain coasters, and the adults will love it for the food and the views. I'd also recommend coming hungry, as they have several good cafes with a scenic view.
So we have our smokehouse. As soon as you get off the lift, you look to the right, you will see our smokehouse. That's where you're gonna get that good mac and cheese, the mashed potatoes, the coleslaw, the pulled pork, you know, the ribs. So that stuff you're really craving. As you make your way up to Cliff Top, which is our elevated dining experience. So Cliff Top really has those elevated dishes, so fried green tomatoes or our cheese curds. And then you can get anything from a burger to a really good salad to
You can also climb the Anakeesta Tower, which is downtown Gatlinburg's highest point. You can see as far as Kentucky. And the walk up is pretty impressive, with Vista Gardens, a lush botanical garden with mountain streams.
Goodbye.
There's also a 90-minute dueling zip line that is a $60 add-on. We showed in our previous Gatlinburg video. There's Rail Runner, a single rail mountain coaster, and the new Hellbender coaster.
It's a double rail coaster, and so it can hold a little bit more weight than our Rail Runner can. Our Rail Runner holds about 220. We recommend about 230 on our Hellbender mountain coaster. Our Hellbender is a Grand Prix theme, and so you're going to be racing down the mountains. There's going to be a lot of elements, other animals cheering you on the whole time.
Also the new Bird Venture.
It's a set of 3 larger-than-life birdhouses. People can adventure through them. There's a bluebird, an owl, and a woodpecker. And so you kind of really get to experience what life might feel like as a bird. It also has 7 serpentine slides that will bring you to the end of the mountain.
Also, an $18 add-on is Astrolumina, which is a must-do. It is not only the lights, but the sounds.
It's going to be 8 chapters of a star's journey falling from the sky and then making their way back home. And so it's an interactive, there's sound all around you. You're really going to get that full experience. You're walking through the woods. And then it's going to open up to that great Smoky Mountain sky, and you're learning about the universe while you get to see pretty much the entire universe.
I'd recommend reserving the first time slot because you get a little of the natural light behind the trees. Provides a nice silhouette. Now, we head to the region's newest adventure park. As you arrive in Pigeon Forge, you take the first exit, up Mill Creek Road, to Laurel Lick Road, to Wildside. Here, you can take a 90-minute UTV guided tour.
This stuff is like peanut butter, just use caution.
It is $299 for a 2-seater. Or if you just want to ride with a guide, it's only $40. Dale here, guiding the rest of the tour up the mountainside. You travel through the Smoky Mountain Forest with Mount Laurel flowers. Just a great way to experience the nature.
We would like to thank you again for coming out and taking a ride on the Wildside.
And there's the country's longest zip line, the Mega Zip, at 1 mile long. You watch a training video, then do a practice zip at the bottom of the hill.
If you're not a big fan of heights, you want to sit on this side.
Then you take the 15-minute ride up the hill. It is $70 to $80. We pass by the mountain biking trails here. There are over 20 trails totaling over 11 miles for all skill levels, with 600 feet of elevation gain. There's one jump here that has a 20-foot drop. It is $20 for access to the trails, or $40, which includes the shuttle up the hill. David and Finn here coming down the mountain, and there's Gabriel and Atlas. Just the ride up the mountain for the zip line is worth the money. Wildside has over 900 acres, but only 260 have been developed. So expect new adventures to be added here in the future. This zip starts at an elevation of 2,472 feet. Dropping over 1,000 feet in a vertical descent. It's over a mile long at 5,700 feet. You go as fast as you want with speeds up to 55 miles per hour. We fly right over the Wildside base camp. I'd have to rank this, maybe along with Heavenly Valley in our Lake Tahoe video, as given the best views. Also, they have a taco truck here at Wildside, which is really good food. Totally recommend eating here.
So this is their tortilla salad. I added Mexican ground beef, which is $2, and sweet potato and black bean, which is another $2.
Close to the Titanic Museum is the outdoor gravity park. This is where you roll down a 1,000-foot hill in an 11-foot giant inflatable ball. A shuttle bus will take you to the top of the hill. There's 3 different tracks you can choose from.
Let's take the plunge!
This was invented in New Zealand. It's called zorbing. Up to 3 people can ride in the same ball. It is $27 per roll. Special thanks to Eric with Smoky Mountain Family for filming the drone shots and the editing of the 360 video here.
It's a boy!
Before we head back to Gatlinburg, I want to show you Pigeon Forge's #1 attraction, Dollywood. Originally called Silver Dollar City, today it is co-owned by Dolly and the Hershon family, who owns Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. Both parks have traded places as USA Today's #1 theme park in the U.S. for the last 3 years. We'll show a comparison of the 2 parks in the Branson Pigeon Forge video. Dollywood provides scooters, ECVs, and wheelchair rentals, which you want to reserve in advance to help you navigate the park. The season starts with the Flower and Food Festival that runs from mid-April to mid-June. Very colorful, and you can taste some creative foods during that time.
1, 2, 3, clap.
And then there's the summer celebration from mid-June to early August with a dance party in the Wildwood Grove section of the park, followed by a drone show and fireworks. And the Harvest Festival from mid-September to late October. And the Smoky Mountain Christmas, November and December. So the park has a whole different look depending on the season. It probably takes 2 to 3 days if you really want to see everything. For a one-day ticket, it's $92 for adults, $82 for children 4 to 9, and seniors. A 2-day pass is $122, and 3-day pass is just $10 more. Also, passes that include Splash Country, Dollywood's water park, which you can see in our previous Pigeon Forge video. In that video, we also showed Dollywood's Dreammore Resort and the Heart Song Lodge. We're going to focus on the rides and the shows here. I'd recommend downloading the Dollywood app for showtimes and a map of the park. Familiarize yourself with the park and create a plan of attack for the family to help you save from wasting time. In the Wildwood Grove section is Big Bear Mountain, Dollywood's longest coaster at 2 minutes long. It takes you on an expedition for bears with onboard audio. Also here, Dragonflyer mimics the flight of a dragonfly. In Craftsman's Valley is the Tennessee Tornado, a multi-loop steel coaster with a 128-foot drop, 3 inversions, and reaches speeds of up to 70 miles per hour, creates a 3 times G-force. In Timber Canyon is the Mystery Mine, which travels through an abandoned coal mine. There's a 95-degree, 85-foot vertical drop 2 complete inversions, extreme banking, reaches speeds of 60 miles per hour. Also in Wilderness Pass is Wild Eagle, was America's first wing coaster, has a 135-foot drop, 4 inversions, extreme banking, with speeds of 61 miles per hour. And there's the country fair section of the park that is for younger kids, with bumper cars, carousels, and carnival games, things you'd see at a fair. Craftsman's Valley also has Wings of America, a show where you see birds of prey like eagles, and you can also see eagles on the side of the mountain here.
You know, I remember when I got you that violin. You fell in love with it immediately.
For shows, you tend to see more during the summer celebration we showed in our previous video. Some of the shows run year-round. Many of the shows tell a story of Dolly.
I started writing songs before I could even write.
From her childhood to her music career, her love for the Smoky Mountains.
If you love what you're doing, why would you ever stop doing what you love? Everything takes hard work. Everything takes sacrifice. Wherever there's a song to be sung and a story to be told, well, that's where you'll find me.
We hope you enjoy more of our award-winning entertainment and love every moment of your day here at Dollywood!
Alright, we head back to Gatlinburg. We pass by Pink Jeep Tours, which are also located in Branson, Grand Canyon, and Sedonia, Arizona. The strips of Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg are connected by a gorgeous drive through a part of the national park known as the Spur. Provides a nice nature refreshing moment as you travel between the two towns. I'd recommend, if you have the time, to drive around in a UTV. We like ExoRent, who are in Pigeon Forge. It's $245 for 4 hours, or $375 for 8 hours. These are excellent. You feel the Smoky Mountain air on your face. Also great when you're doing either of the 2 drive-through nature trails, like Cades Cove, which we showed in our previous video, or Roaring Fork. No doubt, in your Gatlinburg getaway, you have to do a drive in the Roaring Fork Nature Trail. I'd recommend to do it in the morning on a sunny day. You tend to see more bears and wildlife. The views and the sounds of nature are just incredible. For more wildlife, you can go to the Ripley's Aquarium at 115.
We have a penguin parade every day at 1:15 where we march 4 penguins through the entire aquarium.
This is one of the better aquariums. Has a super long underwater glass tunnel through the tank. You'll see 12-foot sharks, giant sea turtles, stingrays, and over 350 individual species. There's a glide path that moves you through the tunnel. They also have a glass bottom boat tour that is a $13 add-on.
It is a whole new experience when you get on the glass bottom boat and go out over Shark Lagoon, and you're actually over the sharks and our sea turtle Sally.
Or the penguin encounter for a $50 add-on.
We've got a personal penguin experience downstairs where you can go down and learn about the penguin and pet the penguin and have your picture made with them.
For the aquarium by itself, it's $40 for adults, $25 for kids 6 to 11, and $15 for children 2 to 5. And there's a parking garage next to the aquarium that's $10 a day. Now there's also combo passes to Ripley's 10 other attractions. You can choose how many other attractions you want to do. 2/10 of a mile walk from the aquarium on the strip is Mirror Maze. And another 3/10 of a mile are 3 other Ripley's attractions. The Haunted Adventure with live actors and special effects. Next door is Motion Blaster, a moving theater. And further down, next to Crazy Masons, is Ripley's Believe It or Not, where you see strange exhibits, stories of people with extreme oddities, some interactive galleries, a light show. On the north side of the strip is Ripley's Mountain Coaster. There's a parking lot for this attraction. Many of these other attractions, I think, are priced kind of high individually. But with the combo passes, it makes it worth it. And there's a couple of mini golfs. This is the Davy Crockett Golf in Gatlinburg. Now this is a pretty decent mini golf with 2 different 18-hole courses. themed around an 1800s military fort, rugged outdoors, lots of trees for shade, and creeks and waterfalls.
Dad, why did the ball go everywhere but the hole?
Only service dogs are allowed here. In Pigeon Forge, there's also Old McDonald's Farm Mini Golf. There's the Ripley Super Fun Zone, which is in Gatlinburg, next to Anakeesta. This is a retro-themed amusement center, an 80s-themed indoor mini golf, which, to be honest, not a whole lot to. There's 80s movies posters, and a Pac-Man game, which is good. But there is a decent laser tag and shooting gallery here. And there's also Ripley Super Fun Park, which is in Pigeon Forge, which has multiple go-kart tracks for all ages, including a 3-story track. They also have bumper boats, although they don't move very fast, but you can spray water at people.
Woo, doggy!
Also a carousel and an arcade here too. And a mile and a half away is the Buzz Bowl Creamery. This is a liquid nitrogen ice cream and milkshake shop that offers both Buzz, alcohol-infused, and non-alcoholic ice cream.
What size is that?
That's a small.
That's a small?
They make it right here using liquid nitrogen. They also have a full espresso coffee bar. For my Florida travelers, Tampa now has a Buzz Bowl Creamery as well. For food with a view in Gatlinburg, you have the local Burrow, a Tex-Mex with a rooftop dining area. And across the street is Jason Aldean's, always great reviews. They have a nice 3rd floor deck overlooking the strip. We also love Old Red, which we showed several of their dishes in last year's Pigeon Forge video.
This is the Hillbilly Wings.
Great, 5.
It's good?
10 out of 10.
Yes, burger.
You're a BS burger.
But fried bologna and macaroni and cheese. There's good chili on there for you, queso cheese, and sour cream.
Also Blue Moose, which has a location in Pigeon Forge. Now there's one in Gatlinburg. And I've always have complained about Gatlinburg's lack of counter-serve eateries in healthy places. Well, they added a tropical smoothie, which is great. You can order ahead and get something healthy while on the strip. And of course, Gatlinburg is known for plenty of moonshine and wine tastings, like at the new Smoke and Banjo here, which opened last year. Now, we head out on East Parkway to what I think is the most scenic part of Gatlinburg, to our second set of cabins, and these ones are pet-friendly. If you don't like fighting the crowds and want the more natural, rustic country setting, it is definitely in the Arts and Crafts District. This is an 8-mile loop formed by Glades Road and Buckhorn Road that is located 3 miles north of the Strip. Some of the roads you want to be paying attention because there's no shoulder and a little drop-off. On Glades Road, in the previous video, we showed you the Morning Mountain Mist Village, where there's a vintage soda shop. Well, across the street is the Glades Center. Here, there's the very dog-friendly Timbers Log Cabin, with a nice porch and courtyard for enjoying your breakfast or lunch in a country setting. And next door is the Shack, an Amish place where you can get good food products, furniture, and artwork. Nice thing about the Arts and Crafts Loop, there's plenty of parking and it's all free compared to downtown Gatlinburg. Further down Glades Road, there's a couple of cabins right across the street from this covered bridge at 856 Glades Road. This one that I'm staying at, you go up this gravel hill. It's nestled in the woods. It's called Berry Happy Place. Here you can hear the sounds of nature. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, sleeps 4 guests. I made a good use of this hot tub after a day at Dollywood. At the bottom of the hill is Copper Fox Den, an original stone and brick fireplace here, 100 years old. But the cabin is a modern 2-bedroom, 2-bath, which sleeps 6, a fully stocked kitchen, hot tub. The rates on both of these cabins are very affordable. I put a link in the description below. And another big advantage about this location too, you are just a 7-minute drive to Food City, a great grocery store that has lots of prepared foods that will save you money from the expensive restaurants, which will also save you time from having to cook.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Ran into Alex, Michelle, and family here, subscribers of ours. By the way, I use a Cargo G-Train dog backpack. It's the best, most durable, and allows you to bring a dog to places maybe you otherwise would not be able to. And across the street from the cabins is the covered bridge with a scenic mountain creek, a great setting that brings you back to 1854 when Gatlinburg was founded. Here in this quaint country courtyard is Split Rail Eats, a country-style cafe with burgers, sandwiches, and brunch. Also, less than a mile away is a dog-friendly Irish pub called the Rampant Lion with a nice outdoor deck. They have authentic Celtic food with an extensive wine and whiskey menu. Next door to the pub are more cabins from Gabe. That's the person who owns the other two cabins. There's the Sleepy Creek and Lazy Creek. Here are the next house of the Smoky Mountain family once they win the lottery. It's on the market for $2 million. On Buckhorn Road, there's these pastures where you'll find buffaloes. It's surrounded by an electric fence, so don't touch, but you can view them. Located just a mile and a half from the cabins, another favorite coffee shop, Painted Bear Coffee, who like Cuppa Gatlin, makes their lattes and espressos the right way. And next door is Viking Blade Forging, owned by Dustin and Marine. Hoorah!
Probably like your, that's your Mark 19. You're destroying everything with that.
Too bad for the people who fought in warfare there. Imagine getting stabbed with that.
Here you can get hand-forged knives, collectible blades, and watch them being made through iron forging.
We got a non-profit getting veterans into knife making, so it'll pay for them to come here and do some free classes with us, and then it'll pay for them to get some of the equipment so they can get started.
Now, another nice thing about cabins in this area, you can easily travel to the dinner shows in Pigeon Forge without traveling through the Gatlinburg Strip. There's the original dinner show, Dolly Parton's Stampede.
When I was a kid growing up in the Smoky Mountains, I was fascinated with butterflies.
Last year, they added a new butterflies segment in the show. You'll see lots of gorgeous horses with humor and inspiration, all with a highly rated 4-course meal.
That's right.
And there's the Comedy Barn. With this show, even if you've seen it before, it's always different because the comedian plays off the crowd. So each show has a different twist. This is not a dinner show, but they do have a full concession stand. And certainly the most amazing pyrotechnic effects and acrobatics are in the Pirate's Voyage. This show has added new segments this year. We will show more of them in our Myrtle Beach video next month, but certainly a must-see for both kids and adults. It is located next to the island, which is the entertainment center of Pigeon Forge. We show more of the island in our previous 2 videos of Pigeon Forge. Finally, there's Hatfield's and McCoy's Dinner Feud, where you can learn a little about conflict resolution.
There are better ways to settle your differences.
You definitely want to come hungry here because you'll get an all-you-can-eat grandma's cooking.
All right, cuz, you got fried pigeon, fresh cut grass, dental floss on a stick, barbecue squirrel, and mashed potatoes. Dig in, cuz.
There's a VIP area for a few dollars more in the front, but be aware you might get splashed. All of these shows are a great value. For adults, the dinner shows run around $70. That's including taxes and fees. But gee, for many restaurants, you'd pay around that, and the food is always great, with excellent entertainment. I'd recommend to bring some cash and tips for the servers. They work really hard. Next to Hatfield's and McCoy's is the Titanic Museum. It is located in a shipbuilding that is half scale of the Titanic. As you enter, you are given a boarding pass of an actual passenger on the ship and some info about that person. And inside, you can find out if that person survived or not. You'll see scaled models of the ship and go up a replica of the grand staircase. You'll learn the individual stories of several passengers and crew members and see several artifacts of the fateful voyage. Learn about the 12 dogs who were on board. 3 of them did survive. However, only service dogs are allowed in this museum. You can see the clear sky on that starry night over the Atlantic of April 12th. Here, you try to steer the ship away from the iceberg.
Iceberg, right ahead! Sorry, you've hit the iceberg.
You can experience being on the deck of the ship as it angled up while sinking. We also showed the Titanic Museum in our Branson video, which was built 4 years before this one. Both are very similar, but there are different exhibits. Also, at the Pigeon Forge one, they have this vintage custard shop next to the museum, and this is where the ticket counter is at, where you check in. We end our video with another lodging option for you. We travel 10 miles north of the Gatlinburg Strip, where there's the Bent Creek Golf Course, featuring streams, mountain views, and rolling hills. Well, just east of that is the outdoor resort at Gatlinburg, an RV park nestled along the ridges of the Smokies. Now, this is not for those traveling in an RV, but a park with vacation rental trailers. There are 3 you can rent. I stayed in lot 172 here, which is right on a mountain stream. Just an amazing view. These trailers may be a little smaller space than the cabins, but has a washer and dryer, and very cozy. In fact, the bed here was the most comfortable bed I have ever slept in. This one has a large awning. It was raining when I first arrived, but it provides a nice covered outdoor space right on the creek. They also have lot 312 here, that is also right on the creek. And get this, either of these are only $75 a night. There is a one-time $75 cleaning fee, and they are pet friendly for a $40 one-time fee. You have a lake that is stocked for fishing, as well as 2 mountain streams that run through the resort. There's also a basketball court, a putt-putt, a shuffleboard court, and picnic areas. There's a lounge room, a game room, and washer and dryers. Now, to book, don't contact the resort, but contact Randy and Melody through this email or phone number. So, Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge is so popular because there's really something for everyone, whether it's the lively entertainment, adventure and theme parks, great food, and plenty of areas to just relax and enjoy the views. You can see our last year's Pigeon Forge video, where we show more of the Smokies, the tubing and rafting, as well as Cades Cove. And you may like to see our Branson video, which is kind of the Pigeon Forge of the Midwest. Please share in the comments some things you have done in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. I've listed the places featured in this video, particularly the vacation rentals and how you can book them. Special thanks to the Smoky Mountain family. I'd recommend you subscribe to them as well, as they will keep you posted on all the current happenings of the Smokies. And speaking of them, they will be in our next video as we head to Myrtle Beach. Again, I really appreciate your super chats, channel memberships, and the new subscribers. If you would like to hire us to film your region or vacation rental, contact me at info@tampaaerialmedia.com.
What do you want people to say about you 100 years from now? Well, I want them to say, dang, don't she look good for her age?
Well, from Bailey's birth home of the Rocky Top country. I wish blessings to you, wherever you may be. See you next week on the Grand Strand in the Carolinas.